W6GY, W6GY, and N9AMI. Or KA1BWO, and N9AMI. Silver Springs, Nevada. And you guys are on tonight? And N9AMI. KD6 TKX. What's going on, Andy? Good to run into you again. Yeah, just waiting for a couple of the boys come on. See what's going on tonight. I did hear some action on 70. So let's see if we can get some trouble brewing up here on the big 85. Back to you, sir, and N9AMI. There we go.
So we'll see what develops, huh?
Yeah. He's on 80. Okay, I thought something was a little funky. You're on 80, I'm on 85. I just spotted myself. I think I'm pretty close to 85, but anyways. I still heard you there, Andy. If you're talking to me, that is. KD6TKX and N9AMI on the big 85. Lots of sideband.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hello. I was on 80, but it's a little less congested down there. But good to hear you, John. Yeah, we're just gonna be hanging around tonight to see what happens. But tonight, signal out here to the lower N9AMI
Okay, KD6TKX and N9AMI. Very good, man. Very good. Yeah, no problem. That's why we're on AM. We could do that. Work 5 off. No problem. Anyway, yeah. I'll be on and off all weekend just playing around. A couple of the guys from Idaho will probably be showing up here for our usual Friday night melee. But like I said, I did hear some guys down on 70 while I was getting set up here, so I am live streaming a little bit tonight, so I might as well do that too. Got a couple cameras set up and mod monitor and all that jazz right on the screen there, so should be kind of cool. Alright, man. Well, thanks for saying hello. And we'll let this baby ride. KD6TKX and N9AMI.
Okay, John, okay, yeah, by the way, just heard your channel there on YouTube, the one you just did, the homebrew thing of Henry, so, and the nuts as well, so thanks for putting those things up there, I appreciate it, I enjoy it. 73s for now, KD6TKX.
Oh, no, I think it's something that should be done. It's kind of cool. And if I can figure out a good excuse to get to your place, I'm sure we could probably do a half a day of recordings. Because you have a ton of stuff over there. Anyway, we'll talk later about that. KD6TKX at N9AMI.
Okay, John, have a good night.
hear somebody. Somebody's there, but I think they're back east. I'll come on text messaging in a little bit, but see how the levels are and stuff here, guys. CQ. Hey, CQ AMI Jamboree, CQ AMI Jamboree. Wow. It's been a long time. N9AMI, State of Nevada. I could tell somebody was in there, but just didn't quite hear any audio there. N9AMI. KA1BWO, KA1BWO, or W6GY. You guys cranking it up tonight or what? N9AMI. A lot of sidebanders. CQ AM Jamboree, CQ AM Jamboree, CQ AM Jamboree. This is N9AMI, November 9 Alpha Mike India, located in the state of Nevada. Looking for anyone on AM tonight? Want to join in here on the Jamboree all weekend long? How do you like that? I bet the Sidewinders won't like it too much. But anyways, N9AMI QRZ. There's a carrier. Somebody back east, I can hear that. Just not making it here though. Somebody running 200 watts of carrier. pretty brutal. Yeah, I did hear somebody out there, but the sidebanders are pretty rough right now. There's something about 200 watts a carrier, and I don't know if you were talking to me or not. Could be some back east there, so apologize. N9AMI. There's somebody's talking to they're talking to somebody else back east, and occasionally somebody will throw a carrier and you can hear the other station that's further out on their carrier. There he is. Yeah, W6GY and N9AMI.
Hey, John. I'm first here. I made my way down to the other train. See if you're Joe, did you check in yet?
Kilo 6 India Romeo Zulu.
Negative. I haven't heard Joe. It's pretty rough right now with the sidewinders. So I've just kind of been hanging out for some good signals from you guys.
5-meter AM for the AMI Jamboree.
Critical report from last weekend's out on the town adventure. So, all right, let me get down and get a little more power out of this thing, and I'll get back to you. I understand, yeah, it's pretty rough on receipt for you. W6GY, I'll be QRT for about 10.
Kilo 6 India Romeo Zulu. KK6 on what they're calling CQ 75-meter AM for the AMI Jamboree. And I'm listening.
Okay, Gary, we'll talk to you in a couple minutes. I do hear Jeff down on 80. I'm sure Jeff might be able to hear me depending on his receiver, but he's pretty wide. I hear you, Jeff. Come on to 85. Hang out a bit if you want. N9AMI.
You mean up here?
Yeah, up here, sorry. I'm all jazzed up. But anyways, yeah, Andy was on 80 earlier. I was on 85, so we were talking to each other 5 off. But anyways, what's going on, buddy?
Not too much, just trying to get the Jamboree going here. Here, give me a second. I need to move my tuner just a hair. Hold on.
Alright, well, you're live streaming too. I've got the camera set up in here and stuff, so I'm running that a little bit tonight. I'll run it for an hour or so anyway. And I'll do some other stuff tomorrow, but get on 10 and that kind of jazz. But yeah, a couple of the guys will be here. We'll just do the usual, but you know, whoever wants to come in and get a few contacts, of course, we'll give them to them, and welcome to jumping around whatever we have here. So you have a bodacious signal as usual on that beast. KK6IRZ and N9AMI.
Okay, let me see what things look like now. Yeah, I'm running very conservatively tonight. I'm actually running a new 5500 tube. I got this morning and I burned in all day long today and decided to stretch its legs this evening. I actually don't need any tubes, but I came across a deal on eBay and talked to the guy and worked out a real good thing, and you know, Wayne and other people need 5500, so I figured, what the heck, I'll get them, I'll bring them here, I'll test them, I'll mark them up, I'll write down what I found and what I saw, and then there'll be 8 known tubes. So yeah, I have 8 5500s that I have to go through now. But this one seems to be okay. I burned it in, ran it in low power for a while. Took off grid, took off the grid drive and just kind of moved things around to see if it was going to take off or anything like that. And keeping a real close eye, and it's so far acting like a okay fine tube. So that's 1 out of 8. You know, 1 out of 8. So that's kind of what they're going on here. I guess I'm going to have to N9AMI. I'm going to have to add you to my log. You're going to have to give me your AMI number, though. Location and what you're running so that I can make it official. N9AMI, KK6IRZ.
Well, alrighty then, KK6IRZ and N9AMI. Just looking over here at the other camera, make sure I can hear myself on. Okay, looks like it's alright. Anyways, yeah, alright, AMI is 1488, located in Silver Springs, Nevada. And tonight I'm running the BC610 at 350 watts AM. And the receiver is a R388 at the moment. Antenna is a quarter wave vertical for this band, 66 foot. So that's the setup here. And yeah, you're pretty much quieting the receiver here, besides a little sideband hustle here and there, but you're doing well, as you should be. Well, there you go. I did hear you talking to Tim yesterday, I think on here for a couple minutes, but I was doing other things, so that was pretty cool. KK6IRZ and N9AMI, back to you.
Yeah, that was cool. I agree. You know, and it was kind of a fluke, to be honest. It wasn't like Tim and I were talking on the phone and he was going, oh, I'm hearing, you know, West Coast, which we have done on 40 meters. He called me one night at about 5:30. He goes, 7293 is wide open and I hear West Coast guys. And that was kind of our first contact that we made with the homebrew transmitter after it was out here. And that was really cool up on 40. But then last night I had been up on 40 pretty much all day. And, you know, I just rolled down and I was tuning up. And anytime I'm tuning back up on 75, I scan around a little bit to see what's going on. And, you know, he and Steve, WA12IX, were talking on, well, I guess you were listening on, just a little off 3870, about 3872, 73. And I went, wow, that's coming through, clear as a bell. So I started hollering, trying to get in between, because I know with Steve and Tim, if they're from just this station, they're not really going to pay attention. But I figured if I hollered Timmy's call sign enough, he'd realize that somebody was hollering for him, and it would at least draw his attention enough to listen. And sure enough, it worked out. And then also had a conversation with Steve. He wasn't coming through quite as good as Tim. Although he came up quite well as we were talking. So from 5:30 to 6 o'clock last night, it was very cool. So that was the second time Timmy and I hooked up with a East Coast, West Coast connection, and this time it was on a different band. So that was very cool. And then the other thing was great because I've actually been trying to get a hold of Steve. He's a really busy guy, and I've been trying to get a hold of Steve for getting some of pre-made boards, some PC boards that he has for the Class E transmitter that I want to build. I'm building a 24-set Class E 1 kilowatt 80-meter transmitter, and I have pretty much the RF all done, but I need the boards for the PWM and the protection circuits and all that. And he already has, these boards made with the parts list and all that. And I've been trying to get it from probably past 4 or 5 months. Just now, seem to not cross paths. Even in emails, I'm working on it, and then he gets sidetracked and, all that kind of thing. So while we had the conversation last night, I reminded him, hey, go look at your emails, man. Put your board together, put some parts together, get that list, get it out to me. So it kind of served two purposes, a nice East Coast, West Coast contact, and at the same time I was able to prod him for getting on the stick with the Class E stuff. So we'll see how all that works out. Are you just getting on, John, or have you been on for a while? Have you made any other contacts? N9AMI. KK6IRZ.
KE7NA.
Okay, I heard a KE7 station. I don't know if he was way on the 85 or not, though. But I've been monitoring a little bit, but haven't really, been out there making a list. I don't think, like AM Rally, I won that a couple times. I says I don't think me really posting a log of 150 stations winning the, I shouldn't say winning, but coming in first place would be pertinent. I just don't, not going to do that. So, but I'll work whoever I work and give people contacts, and I'm doing all the paperwork. So that 7 station, if you want to come in here, come on in. This is N9AMI, and we have KK6IRZ also on the other end. Go right ahead.
Testing 1, 2.
Okay, that guy's on 80. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. I should probably switch over to the SP600 if this is going to get like this. I can even make it tight. Although I should put in a couple of the filters on the 388. That'll probably help. I just hate listening to it that way. Anyways, Jeff, I hope that answered your question. But cool on the Class E deal. I've looked at all his stuff. Pretty cool stuff. I kind of wish he had like one, I guess, kind of kit you could buy that has everything, but he doesn't do it that way. You got to source it out and stuff. He gives you which, where to look and all that, but I guess I'm a little lazy on that end. But I've got these other broadcast transmitters and stuff, so I'll just stick with those, and I think that'll be plenty. But the Class E, man, a nice kilowatt Class E would be very nice. There's a couple guys too that are running, they're calling up Class H, that I've heard, just with humongous signals in the southeast too. So over to you, KK6IRZ, N9AMI.
Yeah, N9AMI, KK6IRZ. Yeah, well, this is, like you know, this is the home new beach that's running along, and right now it's running conservatively. I could crack the whip a little bit more, but like
crack
I say,
it.
That's fresh tube, and I'm
Crack
taking
it, Jeff.
slow, so, but running somewhere near times 2 of the BC610. Maybe a little under that.
Oh, you're already cracking it then.
But well, enough to stretch the legs, but not enough to really put it at its max. I'm a transmitter likes it there anyway, so it works out pretty well. Yeah, the broadcast transmitters. A lot of guys got the broadcast transmitters online, but the one thing that seems to be the limiting factor is, of course, agility. And that's the thing that I love about this thing, is that I can move from anywhere 1.8 to 30 megahertz, and I can get there pretty quick. It doesn't really take me long. Well, I take that back. The I mentioned before, it already has my little cheat sheet. It's really fast. If I don't have a cheat sheet, it's not quite so fast, but it's still pretty quick. So I really like that I have the ability to go anywhere I want with this thing.
You gotta find somebody to talk to.
I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. But, you know, I had never run it on 10 before. Even on the East Coast, all those years, I never put it up on 10 because at Armstrong Transmitter, we just had this big, you know, big 80-meter dipole over the screen and coming out, so I didn't really didn't really do anything up on 10. It was always pulling the dipole for wherever we wanted to go, you know. But never on 10, so I did notice
Crystal filter.
I think the final link coming off my variable inductor. You know, of course, I have the whole variable inductor and then one link, you know, internal going over as being the high band
USB.
inductor. I think I might have one turn too many. I'd get a little bit better efficiency, but it made power. It did it so. I had to finesse it into place rather than just tune it up and be done. But there you go. Yeah, like I said, I'm not really going to, you know, shooting to create a log or shooting to create a list. But at the same time, I plan on being available. If I hear an AM signal, I'm going to answer it. Every now and then, I'll scour out a CQ and see if somebody answers at all. And surprisingly enough, the first 2 contacts were guys that heard what was it? Jason, well, I should say the second and third contact. First contact was Jason, and he had been playing with AM and all that stuff. But then there was a couple guys that came in that were either first-time AMers on the room that they were running, or first-time AMer at all, or at least a very long time. So at least some of the activity was dragging them out of the woodwork. N9AMI. I didn't hear that other guy at all, so I'm assuming he wasn't there. This is KK6IRZ. Whiskey 7 Tango Mike Delta.
Okay, W7TMD, good evening to you. Coming in pretty good here tonight. I think Gary's supposed to come back, and of course you're hearing Jeff on here, KK6IRZ also. So why don't you take a turn, and I don't know if Gary's going to be back. He said 10 minutes, so why don't you take a turn and send it over to Jeff, KK6IRZ. You're coming in here S9 Plus. And if you're doing any kind of log there, BC610, R388, AMI 1488. Silver Springs, Nevada. So over to you, buddy. Mr. TMD, hearing you good tonight. N9AMI.
Alright. Let's see if I can get this plate down a little bit here. Get it under 300 mils anyway. N9AMI W7TMD, great to hear you on over S9 up in northern Idaho. And I'll have to listen to Jeff get stuff on here, but yeah, just getting out here and getting everything warmed up and fired up and see what's going on around the bend. You guys are the first days of that tour, so hopefully we'll run those through right there. Using the Johnson 500 and the Colin 7582.
Nice.
Later on, I'll probably fire up the Thunderbolt and the Ranger. And I think I still got the balance over there on 160 meters, so probably won't get on that one this season, but yeah, that's what I'm using right now at the moment anyway. And just got the 500 off the bench, so we'll see how long it lasts and smoke or something to that effect. But anyway, let's see how Jeff's doing. KK6RR4, W7TMD.
Okay, very good. Didn't get the call, other than, was it W6? Yeah, was that it? Did I get that right? I don't think I got it right. But you'll correct me, I'm sure. Hopefully you're hearing me okay. I was hearing you just fine that go-around, so good signal in here into Chino, and very good on maybe changing over to something else later on. Well, I'm just going to stretch the legs of the homebrew transmitter all weekend. So that's what I'm running right now. I have my homebrew transmitter that I built back in 1991 on the East Coast. It's a single 5500. It's modulated by a pair of 813s triodes connected. And, I don't know. We're running at about 75% scrap right now. But listening on an NC300 and on an Icon 735, and also kind of backing up with FDR. So I've got all kinds of receivers going on. Also, I have the R388 also in line here. all kinds of receivers, but only one transmitter for the night. But I am going to move around bands. Probably tomorrow morning I'll move up to 40 and leave it there until midnight Saturday night, and then flop over to 20 for the Sunday festivities to see what's going on. But like I say, I'm not really making a list or doing any of that, whatever contact it will be, but I am gonna play around. If for nothing else, for the story. That's probably the big thing. You know, I gotta think about the story that I'm gonna tell 2 or 3 years from now. And the story that I'm gonna tell, of course, already has a lot of story with the transmitter being built on the East Coast, being active under a different call, getting stored away for 20 years, only a month and a half ago getting pulled out of storage and brought over to the West Coast, being fired up at full power for the first time in over 20 years, and then the AMI Jamboree, you know, for the first time in over 20 years. It's going to add to the whole telling of the story 2 years from now. So that's really what it's all about for me, is developing a story for the future to tell. But if at the same time I get enough contacts to get a certificate, okay. So again, sorry, can you shoot me your call and your name just to make sure that I have it? I don't think I have it right, so please correct me, and then after you correct me, you can send it over to John. W7 station? KK6IRZ. W6 golden years.
There he is. Go ahead and take it, TMD. Uh-oh.
probably misspoke. The W7, what was it, W7CNV maybe? I'm not sure I got the car right or the name. If you could repeat it. Thanks.
Yes, Whiskey 7 Tango Mike Delta. Whiskey 7 Tango Mike Delta. Jeff, we spoke a couple of weeks ago, I think now, in the morning on 3885. Did you get that over?
Yep, TMD. Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead, John, or maybe there was another station number. So pause and see if there's another station. If not, grab it. N9AMI, KK6IRZ.
Hey, take one, Gary, and send it back to me.
Okay, the other station, go ahead.
TMD, I don't know if you're copying from W6GY, Whiskey 6 Golden Years, Gary, it's west of Boise, checking in. We said at the time, I'm hearing you, Jeff, good evening to you, Jeff, good to hear you, you're making it up here into Boise, so let me see if Tom's still in there. I think you were saying it to Tom. So W7TMD, W6GY.
Yeah, W6GY, W7TMD. Yeah, Gary. Yeah, just trying to get everything situated here. I'm watching on watching the live stream that John's got going on, and it's got a little bit of lag, so I guess I'm turning one volume down and turning the other one up, and hopefully I missed my cue. So I can pay attention to one or the other. But yeah, John's got that live stream going, and it's pretty fun. And love the shack, John. It looks fantastic over there. It looks fantastic. But you know, you copy me there. Maybe a 6GY, W7TMD.
Well, I'll tell you, you're full strap. I just talked to K7NUB Dwayne. He's up in Spokane Valley, and he was strapping in some guys from the north are coming in here pretty good this evening. Good.
Yeah, you're doing a great job up here too. You're 20 over S9. And up the 700 and the 75A2, if you didn't hear it. But yeah, everybody sounded good. It was a little more time with Jeff, but not too bad.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he's a little further away. I'm hearing him pretty good here, but good deal. I'm running the Globe Champion, Model 300, Globe Champion AX99 Finals, and modulated by Pure 9s, 1956 vintage, 56-57 vintage, and just a small HR-10 kit receiver, dipole antenna. That's what we got going. And if someone's interested in my my AMI number, it's 1835, I believe.
I don't have it in front of me.
1835 is the AMI number here if you guys are in the Jamboree. So I'll send it back to you, Tom, before you get it around again. But good hearing you tonight. And good signal, 500 sounds excellent. W7TMD, W6GY in the group.
Oh. Who's that?
Alright, here's Dwayne in there.
Dwayne.
GY, probably the TMD. Yeah, my AMI number is 1781 if you're interested in that. I'll let us know what's up to Dwayne here, see how he's doing. And yeah, you guys are just boiling in here from down south there, so I'm sure Dwayne's going to be doing the best on the 500 there, Dwayne. And sounds pretty good. So I'm not sure we get that to Dwayne. I think it's going down to KK6IRZ, but we're sure about that. So maybe John will have to straighten this all out. Anyway, give me some, and you need some.
tune-up action.
W7TMD. KE7NUP. Do a PM transmission on the Power 707.
Oh,
Don't get used to this impression, right?
crank it up, Dwayne. Daytime power.
So I guess it's good to get out here and bust you guys. Well, top of the evening, everybody. I don't have an AMI number. What's this calculator in the pounds of turkey? So that will keep this moving. KK6IRZ, KE7NUB. Dwayne in Spokane Valley, go ahead.
Okay. Was it KB7NUB? I know we've talked before, but I'm horrible with calls. I'm horrible with names, too. But I'm sure I'll get it right eventually. Got a great signal coming in. Hopefully you're hearing me okay. My AMI is 1809, just in case anybody wanted to write that down. And running a lot of homebrew right at the moment. Homebrew microphone, homebrew preamp, into the homebrew transmitter, into the homebrew antenna tuner, into the homebrew line, into the homebrew dipole. And my VFO exciter is a Icon 735. So almost all homebrew. And then of course the receiver, MC300. I guess I'm going to have to build a homebrew receiver. It would be fun to run all homebrew one night. That would be fun. Yeah, all homebrew. That might be interesting. But in any case, yeah, Gary and Tom and Joel and Dave, my goodness, it's good to hear everybody start to come out. I was there earlier here. I was wondering what was going on. It was pretty quiet. But it sounds like people are starting to come out here now. And everybody's sounding pretty good. So I'll send it over to John, N9AMI. I think that he's still in the wings. And very good on everybody coming in here on 3885 for the AMI Jamboree weekend. N9AMI, good to go? This is KK6IRZ.
Just giving everything a once over here. Okay. Very good. KK6IRZ and N9AMI in the group. Oh, good evening, Dwayne. Gary, I already said good evening to you. Wonder if you texted Joe or not. Maybe I should text him. I'm sure we have things to talk about. We're just going to do our usual routine, but there'll be a few more, people may be in and out of here tonight. That's fine. But the Bowers sounded good, Dwayne. Tom, you're holding up just fine and dandy here, so I'm sure if you're switching the stream over there, you're hearing yourself. I kind of have a shotgun microphone on this, my good Panasonic camera. Probably better than webcams, but there's another webcam going, and I have like 4 cameras here, but just running 2 right now, and a screen capture for the mod monitor. But anyways, trying to think what else. I don't know. You just keep passing it around, see who chimes in here, and all that jazz. Let's see, Jeff, let's see, I was going to comment. Yeah, very good on all that, the homebrew of the homebrew, and then you had to ruin it with the 735, I'll tell you. I don't know what the heck we're going to do with you. Just kidding, because your 735 you've been using for quite a while, and it always sounds good with your modifications to it. So nobody would know that it was a 735 until you tell them. And then they kind of got to scratch their heads and say, that's a 735? Yeah. So anyways, but it sounds good. Sounds good. Driving just fine. Audio's good. Through the transmitter and all that stuff. So can't complain about that. And yes, there's a little bit of lag, YouTube lag on the live stream. I guess it depends on the internet. Sometimes it's probably less laggy than others, but it's pretty much staying in the green as I'm looking at it across the room here on the stream. So, and what else? Yeah, I'm gonna do some other streaming or just recordings and put the videos up. It's actually nicer to do. Well, put it this way: the live stream is easy because I don't have to upload anything or anything like that. I just preset it up and away it goes. But the problem with the live stream is if you get internet blips and things like that, the quality of the video can turn to caca. So that's a bit of the problem with that. The recording, I can record it in 4K if I want to. I usually just do 1080. Keep the upload, an hour of recording, you're talking a couple gig that I got to upload. So, but it looks better. Probably sounds better too. So I'll play with some of that. I think I'll get on 10 tomorrow mid-morning and try a little bit on there and maybe record some of that. Use some of these different rigs here. Play around. I just got a new toy. It's not really an AM. It'll work on AM. But I had the rig a number of years ago, more than a number of years ago, and got rid of it. I kind of always kick myself for it. And it's a Japan Radio Corporation, JRC, JST 245, 150 watt rig transceiver with the NVA 319 external speaker from the whole Jamboree there. So, hey, get it? Jamboree. How do you like that? Anyways, I just got it out of the box and set it up. No power to it or nothing like that, but it's looking fine on the shelf right now. So, yes, it will work AM. Will I use it this weekend? I don't know. We'll see. I only have like 15 other rigs to mess with. So, we'll see what happens. Anyhow, all right, well, my timeout timer is going to go beep beep pretty quick. So I'm going to send it to, I guess we'll go Tom, TMD. Make sure I'm not forgetting my, then Gary, then Dwayne send it to Jeff, KK6IRZ, and we'll go that right. And Jeff can send it back to me. And we'll see how that works out till somebody else comes in like Joe and ruins the whole damn list. W7TMD, N9AMI.
N9AMI, W7TMD. That's all copy. All the copy, man, is holding good for us. And I haven't seen any smoke coming out of the back of that 500 yet. We're all doing pretty good. Fantastic. I'm looking for a new project. Hopefully I'll be able to find one sooner than later. This is at the heat shop here at 6-0, but I will be coming down to the places that you follow that. But would really like to find one of those ART 13s, I think is what I'm looking for. Can't tell really, but yeah, that'd be super fun to have and play around with, and just keep expanding the inventory here and different things to play with. Always looking for more Johnson gear, but we got some stuff in mind, but hopefully we'll see if it all works out here. But hopefully there is a lot more people that'll come in and check in. And I've only got 2 AMI numbers. I don't know if we're supposed to collect all the AMI numbers again or...
No.
or what, but yeah, got two. And I'm using the old AM Rally logging software that they came out for the other AM Rally they did. It works out pretty good. It's not too hard to fill out some stuff, but yeah, automatic choose and whatnot is it's hard to rack up numbers, especially with guys like me that just don't know when to be quiet. Anyway, I'll keep this going here. And send it over to Gary there. W6 Golden Years, W7 TMD.
Alright, right there. I don't know if it goes to Tom or myself, but I'll pick it up anyway. I'll take a short one. Good hearing you guys in tonight. And John, Joe is on his way.
Oh, okay.
King-A1 BWO. Should be in here maybe at the end of my transmission or the next one after
Cool.
Tom, but sounds like he's making his way to firing everything up and getting on here, so here you go. Yeah, good signals from everyone. Jeff, did I get you? Are you in, did you say Chino? I think you said Chino, California, and I got 1809 on your AMI number, 1809, and the AMI number here, if you can get it on my last transmission, it's 1835, 1835, so very good. And man, it's really good to hear Dwayne on. I tell you what, I've known Dwayne for many, many years, and I've never heard him on a Friday night, so it's pretty cool to hear him. He's very good friends, John, AMI John. He's really good friends with Pat, WA7DOC. So we get Pat in here, and yeah, it can get quite interesting. So, but very good. And I met Pat and Dwayne a number of years back. I flew up from LA to Seattle to one of the Hamfests up there, and that's when I met him. That's been a number of years already, Dwayne. Imagine that. But really cool cats to hang out with. A lot of fun. A lot of good laughs too. So that's awesome. Hear him tonight on the big 85 here. So good deal. Yeah, let's see. I think that's all I've got. Yeah, I'm running the Globe Champion tonight. And okay, on the Exciter, Jeff, I'm into home brewing too. I'm just so far behind on home brewing. I've got 813s RF deck for a pair of 813. I'm in the process, and building the power supplies, and I've got. What else do I have? I have an 807 modulators, but of course that's a low power rig. I got 4-65As, doing a pair of 4-65As for another transmitter, and then I've got some 125s, 4 125s, not 4 125s to build. And I just got a lot of projects here, and I've been really kind of lagging on getting the homebrew stuff done, and I got to pick up the speed on that. Because my ultimate goal is to actually run homebrew. I can run homebrew, and I'd like to leave single band transmitters, making them, one for 75. I want one on 75, one for 40, and even a 10 meter. I've got a 10 meter AM. Transmitter in the works, so a number of projects, but it's been a slow progress. Way too slow. I just get bogged down with other stuff. House maintenance or home radios that I'm trying to get on the air. A lot of vintage stuff here. I've got a Bauer 707, which I tend to find as soon as it snows, man. As soon as I see snow on the ground. I'm going to have the 707 back up and running because I didn't run it at all last year. But I have a feeling this year
I'm going to want to fire that that baby back up because it had a year off, so it's going to get some use this this winter season. So I'll be firing up the bower. So let me keep it rolling. Over to you, Tom. And again, great hearing you two.
Dwayne. Goes to Dwayne.
And I think I got your AMI 1781. Is that what I call it? That's what I wrote down. 1781 for your number. So. And Dwayne, yeah, there's you probably heard it from the guys in the morning if you tuned into them. Yeah, there's an AM Jamboree. I'm sure Brent is probably active. All right, well let me keep it rolling. Over to you, Tom. W7TMD from W6GY, and give a little pause and see if Joe shows up. W6GY.
Goes to Dwayne.
Tom there, but I think it's Dwayne's turn. So K7NUB, go ahead and take it, and you can hand it over to me. Or all right, happy to do that. W6QY and the group KE7NUB. From the Spokane Valley. There were a couple things. First of all, good evening, Tom. Nice to hear you out here. I don't know how much longer I'm going to stick. Gracie's got plans for me, so out here fooling around. But Gary got me. He told me where he's going to be. I figured, well, you know, I better fire up and come harass these guys, man. Don't get out there in the evenings very much, so here I am. I'm on my 707 tonight, and John, I shouldn't even say this, but I'm with a JRC NRD 535D receiver right now, lashed up with a Bauer 707. That is the weapon of choice tonight there. Curious what you're talking on, John. Boy, it's loud and clear up here. It sure sounds good too. Just got that punched in your face audio. Have that smooth broadcast now. Boy, sure is getting your point across though. That's your big dosher.
610.
On the 500 sounds real good. So I'd like to figure out what's going on and never see any sparks. So I hadn't tripped out. I guess you're hitting a home run there, but Tom, you broke in, sounded real good too. Gary strapping the signal on the Spokane here. And struggling a little bit with Jeff. And little Drew all the way through. There's a couple of us out here that could do that. And you know, some of these old transmitters I've got over here, all the times that people have been in there over the years, it's almost like having a homebrew transmitter. And I gotta tell you, they're probably not too close to the way they were originally designed.
Whoa.
But anyway, very good stuff. Good idea. That's the Tom's house in Burwood, man. That's get a homebrew transmitter again. That's what we're gonna do up here. Alright,
Son of a bitch.
Tom, you're gonna have to take me second tonight, or
Black Widow.
I'm gonna go ahead and call the sidecar here, man. Listen up for a little bit, cool this mess down, and go in and tear up a piece of leftover apple pie, I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna miss the contest, but I'll check in the morning as usual.
I hate Black Widows.
Early morning, starts at 5. But hey, once in the early morning AM contacts, here's a place to be. And with that, sure nice to visit, man. Gary, thanks for having me up and sending me up here. And the Globe Chief is sounding great too, as usual. I sure fired up the Globe Crowder, man. I got that thing working on here now. And sent it over to Keith, GPO's place, and he went through it and fixed a couple things in there and went all the way through it and changed all the old capacitors and stuff been there and gotten all put back up and really good. And I've been piping that into my 3x3. Getting those 36000 up on the truck. Not only is a good trotter truck myself, but man, I get that old 36000 truck and see if it's fun to watch on the left here. That's the big one. Alright, well, once again, Tom, give my truck and sheet KK6 tonight, where's me? Gentleman, I'm going to do that other radio like Harper. KD7, NUB. Passing it over to KD7B, or up there, big long signal there, big cross I see down there. Well, I was sitting on 10 meters talking with Walt on his new rig. And last time I looked over and seen my meter on my Yaesu bag, so I thought, well, that's got to be somebody, and it was T&D. So then I heard Gary and Dwayne. I'm not sure I heard Jeff, but I just wanted to get in and tell you guys good evening and hello. And I'm not going to stay. We're going to go back to 10 meters. And because he's enjoying his new rig there, the 7300. And getting it all set up. They'll be putting his long wire up at that I think Sunday. So he'll be able to get on 75 meters instead of just 10 and I don't know. So that'd be kind of cool. I'll know the guy get in here a little bit. He definitely won't be in on the mornings at 5 because he's get up at 5. He's damn well going. So this calls KK7LHK, and his first name's Love. If you guys happen to hear him, and I'm not out here. Okay, well, I'm on the Fritz Bauer and listening on a Hamilton SP600. And I'm not going to stay, just check in and go. So, good to hear you down there, Gary. I haven't heard you for a while. I haven't talked to you for, well, shoot, it's been a while. So, hello, Gary down there in Boise. And Jeff, if you're ready, I'm sending it your way. And I hope you guys all had a good Thanksgiving and Tom, all that stuff you shared on Facebook, all that fool. Man, you did a good job smoking all that. Alright, here comes John KK6 IRZ. This is KD7 VNR Jamboree 73.
Okay, very good. 73 and have fun up on 10 meters, yeah. I haven't really played too much on 10 meters, a little bit, but not too much. And yeah, the Bauer transmitters are sounding good, bro. When you were at it. Well, Dwayne, yours is ripping over here. You make my heart sink, though, when you tell me you can't hear me. You're right up over the top of everything with the blower, and I would say I'm pretty close to the same power. Well, not quite, I guess. I like the Bauer 707. Those are nice ones. I like the way they're laid out.
I need one.
It's been a long time since I've worked on
Bauer
one, but
707.
they were fun when I did. And I'm hearing everybody pretty well. I mean, I'm doing it all on the local receiver. I mean, I do have backups. You know, I have 3 receivers locally here going, but pretty much I'm hearing everybody on everything. Although I do have the SDR stuff fired up on the laptop, I haven't even put the headphones on yet. So everybody here in Chino is pretty easy to hear. Although I do need to do some work to the antenna. My antenna is only 32 feet off the ground in the center point and 20 feet off the ground at the ends. Little inverted V. And my open wire line zigzags back and forth between my house and the ham shack. So I need to get it up to about 52 feet.
A little bit wide.
It's going to end up. And then orient the open wire line to where this one's zigzagging around. Hopefully that might help my signal. But you know what? The antenna's kind of working pretty good. Good. I mean, I've made East Coast, West Coast connections. I've talked into South America on 20. And I don't know. It might only be 25 feet, 30 feet off the ground, but it seems to do okay. At least with this thing. And, well, it's kind of all there. So I'll keep it going because I know there's a kind of a group going on. Gary, Tom, Dwayne, and John. I guess it goes back over to you at this point. Oh, and then that's right. Not just that, but oh, and I do wish everybody. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I didn't say that before while we were going around in circles. But I certainly hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, whatever that might be. For me and the wife, we did absolutely nothing. No relatives, no cooking, no nothing. We woke up in the morning, we laid in bed, we turned on the TV. I made my wife a little breakfast in bed. We hung out. She took a nap. I played some radio. So, generally speaking, we just had a very nice day, me and the wife, and that was a perfect Thanksgiving day as far as I'm concerned, so there you go. N9AMI, I think you're next on the list at this point. So here it comes. And those that are leaving, 73 for now, but always a pleasure hearing you in there. I just wish somebody could hear me. KK6IRZ, over to you, Doug.
Okay, seeing if Joe was in there yet. Let me see if he's here, because he just might be being a gentleman tonight. KA1BWO N9AMI, you got it on yet? Okay, I didn't hear him. All right, well, if you weren't watching the stream, you just missed the action. I'm sitting here. What the heck? I'm staring at the BC348 that don't have fired up tonight because the way the band is. But looking, what comes down, dropping down on a web is a Black Widow. I said, oh. I hate the frickin' things, man. Anyways, I'm like, what do I have to kill that son of a gun? Because I'm not going to smack it with my hand. All I had was a screwdriver. Just grabbed the first thing I could see, took him down with the screwdriver, and then it went down to the floor, and I smushed him. So yeah, not a fan. This is a outbuilding from the house. I actually have a wow. Well, one of the former owner described as a bomb shelter he built beneath this this house here, this little building. I should sheetrock it and make it into another layer of studio, shack, whatever. But maybe. We'll see what happens. But yeah, there's a giant door that opens up that I'm kind of sitting on top of right now. So I usually drop a couple bug bombs. I'm surprised there was a Black Widow because usually they're kind of gone by now, but maybe just a leftover, so whatever. Trying to get in when it's cold out, I guess. So, but I don't heat the place all the time, just when I'm out here. And it's got AC for when I'm out here in the summertime. So, anyway, let's see. Dwayne, talk to you later. And I think it was, I didn't catch his name. VAR. Talk to you later. Good signals. Good signal. Dwayne, I'm running a BC610. military rig, so that's why you got the nice punchy audio. But I'm not even using the 614 speech amp. I'm using a Ranger. Ranger with a electric modified D104. Rangers work in the VFO and the speech amp on the Ranger. That's it. All the other tubes and stuff are out of the Ranger. So that's the setup here. It seems to work pretty good. I like it. So it's a keeper, I guess. Pretty much a workhorse. And I did switch over to the SP600 on the receiver just to get a little bit better fidelity on when I'm not getting any QRM here. Listen to some of you guys, Jeff's transmitter and Dwayne, and everybody's got pretty good audio. Tom. So, good stuff. And no, you guys do not need an AMI number. I mean, you don't even have to exchange the AMI number. I mean, that's cool for your log or whatever. But you don't need it to be in the Jamboree. Definitely don't need that. And Tom, there is, I don't know if you've noticed, on the AMI, the aminternational.club under the events for this event, which you've probably seen, there are downloadable logbooks and the upload link for the log if you plan on sending one, and there's PDF, editable PDF on your computer, Excel, and the Google Sheets version of it. Figure I'd cover all the gambits because a lot of people don't own the Microsoft suite. So all that could be filled in and uploaded if you want to do that. If you're thinking about doing that or whatever. Anyway, I thought I'd just mention that. If you didn't know, but you probably do. But what else? I don't know. I saw the stream kind of took a dump for a minute or two, but it's back up and running, so I can't control that. I have Starlink here. I'm pretty rural. I've had the worst internet providers of all time out here for years, and finally had Starlink and had them for, I don't know, year and a half, 2 years coming on maybe. And even though they are an absolute rip-off, absolute, I can get pretty good internet here and do the streaming and 200 down and yada yada yada. So that's the deal with that. It kind of kills me because I go back east and I've got a gig down and it's like $50 a month. It's kind of sickening. So, but is what it is. If I want to play most of the ham setups here, I do have a station back east, like you guys know. So I'm gonna get on. I might get on tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Get on 160 maybe there tonight, but I don't have an amp there. But see what's going on, and I'll definitely get on 10 tomorrow and sniff around a little bit with the station back that way. Maybe work some of you guys here if anybody's on. That'd be kind of cool. But anyway. But you got the toys, you got to play with them, man. That's it. That's what you got to do. Got to exercise, especially this old junk. Man, if you leave it sit, as you guys probably know, it doesn't like sitting. You got to run this stuff monthly, at least monthly. So, well, I'm going to send it over to you, Tom, and leave a little space. Maybe Joe is going to, get in here, and because Joe's got stories to tell. Something went down last week. I don't know if he's going to tell it or not, but he's always got a story to tell. It's always fun, as you guys know. W7TMD and N9AMI. There he is.
Alright, there he is. CWO. I'll pass it over to you, and then you can give it to Gary there. W6G Golden Years. Yeah, that's like that is all time for some reason. Anyway, N9AMI, this is W7TMD. And, yeah, okay, and all the logging stuff, yeah, I see it there. I just need to download it. And I really need to invest in another printer just to have one. But I don't need to print them out. I can just email them, but I still need one. And I'm glad you get all the Black Widows down there, and I'm glad you treated her right, and got rid of her. I'm glad we don't have those up here in northern Idaho. We don't have no rattlesnakes and none of that stuff, at least not up in this part of Idaho. I know we got them down south there, but just don't have to deal with them. Suddenly thanks to Dwayne and to Tom, both of those guys sounded fantastic over here. Tom, the AR is not very far from me, so he just about broke the needle on this at 475A2. This whole thing. It just got to work out, that's for sure. So, yeah, I need to talk him out of one of his spare 707. That was Dwayne's idea, by the way. If he's still listening, he's probably back at 110 meters. But I'm probably going to get out of here as well, and won't be sticking around. But great to hear everybody tonight. Everybody had a great signal. Jeff, I can hear you up here just fine. But I'm using 160 meter loop antenna, 532 horn, 519 horn, something like that. And it's really quiet. And those guys in the city over there, like Dwayne, he's got a bunch of power lines to deal with. And doesn't mean you got a bad signal. He's just got 10 over noise as well. So, and I almost that's 4 noise, that's 5 noise, something like that. Not very much over here. For the band anyway. Shoot, let's see here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get in the sidecar too, and I'll listen out around here, and listen to some more stories here. So K1BWO, good evening to you. This is W7TMD.
Okay, Tom. Good day, and it's so
Basie.
30 over here. And good evening to all. I got stories to tell. You betcha. You betcha. Well, 73s, Tom. Have a good evening. And a big Turkey Day and a great weekend. Yeah, I know. Oh, I forgot it was Friday. I was all wrapped up in this Christmas in the Rockies, and Gary pulls me out, he throws me a rescue rope. Man, what a surprise that was. And we almost got to the conclusion where she has him on his knees proposing to him, but you pulled me out of there before that. Wow. And last week it was a plague.
Oh, God.
Across town, well, in the west side here. And it was 7 brothers and 7 brides.
7 brides for 7 brothers.
My point of that is the women are in control. Don't forget about it. Don't you ever forget about it. So that's the deal on that. So, after a while, I'm going to take a sledgehammer all this time. I'm going to watch these plays and stuff and learn how I should be, how my relationship should be with my wife. You guys just haven't learned all this stuff. Anyway, everything's going good here. Have no complaints. No issues, no problems, no problems. It's life. And I'm gonna make some adjustments here. Wow, this thing is all screwed up. I'll leave it till next time. Turn up this amplifier, but anyway, Black Widow, man, they're crazy. I mean, they had those things, John.
Yeah. Yeah.
See one of those dropping this morning.
They're a bitch.
Oh, man. On your back or something, you don't know it.
Oh, don't even go there.
You never did.
Check off.
But, yeah, I haven't heard him yet, but John, also turning 30 over here tonight. I'm running the same stuff, the 850, about 200 watts of carrier, and a doublet. It's been windy here too. I mean, the last couple of days, it's very uniform in the winds. It does come up and starts blowing everything around. And something's going to come down on us like that. Anyway, I don't know what volts is all in here, but let me keep it going. Keep it going here. Ooh, I just screwed up on you guys, but hang on a minute. Hello. Trying a little bit more positive peaks there. That's a little bit better. So let me turn it back. I guess it goes to you, Gary. And right around we go. Trying to think of what else is going on here. I'll think about it. There's always some excitement at the ranch here. Always. Go ahead, Gary. W6 Golden Years to Group KA1
Alright. Alright, Joey.
What the hell's humming?
So let's see, we saved you from
That me?
the conclusion. I got
Ah!
hearing a hum on the receiver. I don't know if it's going over the air. That doesn't look like my,
Yeah, it's humming.
so my modulated plate current is resting a little higher. So let me see. You guys got a hum on my audio? Are you hearing the hum on there? Just on a quick break?
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, you guys doubled. That didn't work. Yes, it has a hum. Yeah, what's with that? That's something new.
Punch it!
Yeah, I can see it. I can see the plate current. All right, hold on a second. Let me check these.
I would punch it, and if that doesn't work, switch rigs.
Holy crap.
Yeah, it's
That's not good.
Oh, what was that? I turned the receiver down. Good?
Yeah, it's modulating about 50% of your carrier.
Oh, that's not good. That's something new. Never had that before. All right, I'll tell you what. Let me do some switches here.
Give the Jeff.
Yeah, looks like it's really in here. Well, I'm gonna have to bypass this turn. I'm sure. I think I said it back. Well, let me tell Dwayne's out, and hearing him, and I think Tom's out, VAR. And I think your Tom's out. So I might go back down to Jeff. I think all those guys up here signed out.
Yep.
But I like cut it short because I got this hum thing, and let me see if I can figure it out. W6 Q1. So I think it goes over to Jeff, right, John?
Take it, Jeff.
Okay. We now do a transmission.
I'll just leave it on 3.
Good evening, Jerry.
Although it sounds good.
And 70 kind to everybody else is jumping off there. Oh, that was
QSB
okay.
though.
This is KK6 IRZ.
About 13.
And, yeah, very awesome.
There you go, Jeff.
Sounding good, Joe. And
13K plus
yeah, I'm
minus.
gonna have to cut out of here for a little while myself. I'm gonna come back later though. I don't know. I'm gonna pop in
I'm
as
going
much
to
as I
bed.
can. If I wake up, I wake up. If I don't, I don't. I'm gonna leave the rig running.
Go to 8.
Just burning power. Yeah, just burning power. But that's okay. It is what it is. I'll see what's going on in an hour or so. just kind of explore the weekend for the AMI Jamboree. I'm going down to 3870 from now, see if there's anybody locally that might be around. I'm actually a little bit
wrong.
surprised, almost to the edge of disappointment.
Wrong radio.
in the support of the people who have to be on the AMI net every Monday and Wednesday. Yet I don't hear them at all. I'm
yeah,
here
that's
on a
true.
Friday night because of the Jamboree. No judgments, just saying. No judgments at all. Just saying. I thought there would be a bigger crowd at least hanging around, but maybe it's a little too early for them. Who knows? I don't know. But I am going to jump out of here, go inside, see what the wife is doing, make sure everything's cool, and then maybe come back out in a while and bellow out, or maybe before I go in, I'll go bellow out one before down on 3870 just to see if any of the other guys are around. But it's been a pleasure talking with everybody in here, and a bunch of good things, a whole lot of fun. And the guys on 10 meters have some fun there. I guess, John, you said you're going to go play on 10 meters too. I'm not quite ready for that. I got to get me a good vertical 10 meter antenna.
Tomorrow.
That can deal with this transmitter. I don't really think that I'm probably going to have
This thing doesn't work on 10.
But that's okay.
20, 40,
So
80.
in any case, 73 guys for right now. Been a pleasure talking with everybody. I guess it's time to go over to John, being that everybody is dwindling. But it has been a good time. N9AMI. With the group in here. Had a good time.
Alrighty then. Alright, Jeff. KK6IRZ and N9AMI. Catch up with you later. I'm sure I'll run into you. And hey, again, appreciate all the mentions the last few weeks, or longer actually, because you're in some of those nets that I don't get into. I'm usually recording. Sometimes when I'm just recording, I don't check in. So appreciate it though. But it is what it is. First year go around back, back from the dead. 25 years ago, we'll see what happens. We'll keep it going. It's going to happen every year. This will be the, our creme de la creme little rally, that operating event. So I think next year, what I would like to do is have what I'm going to call some AMI legacy stations for a couple extra points. Get 5 points or something. I don't know. It's a lot of work for me. Just all I'm saying, it's a lot of work when you start doing that stuff. But maybe if you work a couple legacy stations, you work all legacy stations, you get a certificate. That way I don't have to, do a lot of points adding kind of thing. But we'll see what happens. So I'm sure it'll grow. And I'm sure we'll get some other folks maybe involved on the operating event committee that is non-existent except for myself. So Gary, I hope you get that sucker. I'm sure you're just going to probably switch to the 7300 or something like that, because that's not sounding good. And next thing you know, you'll start seeing smoke and flames, and you don't want to go there. That's too nice of a rig. It always sounded nice. It always sounds nice, and I'm sure you can figure it out. You probably got some frickin' caps going or something. I don't know. So, but I always like to punch it first, as I'm talking or listening, whatever you're hearing the hum from. Give it a good punch. Maybe it's just tube socket, but usually not. Okay, Joe. Man, oh man. You got a lifeline. You guess you owe Gary one. And look at the thanks he gets. His rig just starts acting up. I think maybe your XYL sent some bad juju his way, and you know, jacking him up on that transmitter. I'll fix that. I'll fix that golden years. I send him a little XYL juju and smoke that thing. Anyway, we have fun here. For those that are listening, we get on here every Friday night and just toss it around a little bit and have a good time, and kind of that no net, just pass things around and joke around and enjoy the friendship. And hey, by the way, I bought stuff for makes another batch of sauce, Joe. I've been talking about it for like a month, and I finally bought the goods, fresh garlic and some cilantro and stuff, and make some up. I also bought stuff for chili too. I'm gonna make up some chili. So I have a lot of stuff in the freezer, which is good. Good time of year for that kind of stuff. All right, Joe, coming over to you unless Gary pops in to see if that thing's smoking or not, but I'm sure it'll probably come on 7300 or something. KA1BWO, the Italian Stallion of Idaho. N9AMI.
Yeah, I'm seeing if Gary's coming in here, but he must be in the middle of something. Gary, you know what?
Oh, he's humming.
Yeah, it's still there.
Yep.
Still there. Yeah, 390 day, I'll take a look on the scope, see what it is. If it's 60 or most likely it's power supply, right?
I don't have nothing to look at it with.
Who knows? Sounds like power supply getting through.
Yep.
Sure,
It sounds like power supply.
Anyway, N9AMI KA1BWO. Yeah, very good. Very good on making up some more sauce and doing all that stuff. Yeah, we did it on 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Made a huge pot of stuff. I think I used three number 10 cans of the crushed tomatoes, and that's how much we made. But the problem is a lot of times, you make the meatballs and then you put them in the container. We have these, those restaurant white paper containers to freeze all that stuff. And a lot of times you can get three or four meatballs in there. Let's say 4. Then there's not much sauce. So I said we need another batch. That way we'll have plenty of sauce. That take out those meatballs and have plenty of sauce to go along with it. And yeah, Margie's been going crazy. She has some butternut squash, cooked all that, and then she's gonna vacuum seal it. There was another kind of squash too, a banana squash. This thing was huge, but it was very tasty. I don't remember having that before, but it is very tasty, and in fact she freeze-dried a lot of it. Turn it into powder and stuff tastes just like it did when it was fresh. So, and that way storing that stuff too, it's not so bulky. It's turned to powder and you can put it in one of those Mylar bags. That's good for a long time. Yeah, I guess you had problems with the internet service too for you, huh? Yeah. Ours was out, I don't know, 3-4 hours a couple days ago. But it's to be expected. The maintenance on that stuff, I can imagine.
The
maintenance.
CW.
Yeah. Fresh garlic, speaking of that, Costco has a really good garlic. It's really fresh and it's very potent, so. And I'm sticking with that. And around here, you got to keep it in the refrigerator because I made a mistake when I first moved out here. Yeah, I left it, in the pantry or whatever. I was going to get that stuff. It was all shriveled up and dried out.
Yep.
It was all dried out. I couldn't believe it. because of there's no humidity around here. But, yeah, they're getting a legacy station. It's a lot of work. I'm sure it's a lot of work for you to organize all that for the AM Riley. Yeah, I remember you sent me some stuff, and no, I remember replying to you. I just wanted to make sure things weren't ambiguous about certain things. I forgot what it was. Transmitter type, or I forgot it. I'm one of these guys. I don't assume anything. I look at something and say, my wife gets so pissed at me at that too. She's like, well, put that thing at the bottom. Put the little island at the bottom. I put it at the bottom. I said, it's not at the bottom. It's at, minus 67 degrees. I mean, it doesn't matter. And this gets all kicked at me. Hey, but, there it is. Yeah, I've been up on 10 meters today. I've been getting up on 10 at, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. 3 to about sundown. It's perfect. It's been perfect. So all kinds of stations, and in the day, I don't know what's going on in the day. It used to be not that much, but maybe it's changed. But you guys can give me a report at 10, what's going on at 10 earlier in the day. Probably early in the morning, Europeans are rolling in here. I don't know. And, 73 is Jeff. He might come around again. I'm not sure what's up with that, but I know what it was. He's going to be listening on the frequency. This one looks noisy too. Hello. Anyway, I hope you're hearing me okay tonight. No problem. John and Gary, I copy you guys really well. Yeah, and today is, it's Gary. It would have been double indemnity today because today's Maji's birthday too. So if I left early, man,
you would have been in
he'd
trouble.
come out here with a 20-pound sledge and took care of business. I had Gary at 76 over years in group KA1 BW.
All right, well, as you can see by my signal strength, I am on the
He's fine.
7300. And good all comments here. Yeah, I'm upstairs now. I got the heater on. It'll be nice and warm. It's about 58 degrees now. I'll be up to 65 or so with the portable heater on up here in the bedroom. Up on the second floor, so that's where I'm at now. But I'm hearing you guys good. You're peaking, even without the, I'm on the 7300, so you can reference your 7300. And I've got the power amps are not on, the receive amps. So I'm working without the receive. It's about 55 over. And that was pretty strong the last couple of transmissions here. So we'll see how you guys are copying me. I'm pretty sure, Joe, you're hearing me okay. I don't know about John with the, John issue there, but
You're fine, man.
25 strapping watts of AM.
It's pretty badass.
But yeah, so I took the transmitter. I disconnected the microphone, threw the transmitter on manually in AM.
What the hell is that?
And I still had the hum. So yeah, I think it's electrolytics in there. I'm not sure. I gotta look and see what's in there. But whatever's going in there, most likely it's the filtering in the filter circuit, the power supply. So it looks like the caps are finally giving up. I thought it was an oil filled capacitor in there. It's usually last, but 7 years almost. A 7-year capacitor.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty old.
So yeah, I'll check that out. But I don't know anything serious. Nothing was dark and sparking. Nothing was unhappy. It just looks like the the filter cap is probably giving it up. So that might be the deal. So I'll take a look at that. I've got plenty of stuff I can put in there, boards, and I can series parallel caps so I can get enough regulation to get that in here. So we'll see. I'm gonna have to add that project to the list. I know it's a little bit of a beer taking that champ out, but it'll give me a chance to replace the receiver too at the same time. If I get everything out on the bench, I'm gonna have to clear the bench. So that's not a problem. Yeah, we'll try to get it done for next Friday. Be ready to go. So that'll be the plan. But let me see if John's. Make sure you copy. John, I wanted to comment on the Black Widow. Yeah, you don't want to mess with those damn things, man.
Oh, hell.
That can be some serious. Give you some serious issues, right? So I think I had one when I first moved here that winter. I didn't see a Black Widow, and then what I came up with, I must have brought it up here in my, all my stuff, probably in a box or something, and I found one, and I took that sucker out as soon as I saw him, and that's what I saw. So I don't think they survived. I don't think they're up here.
Oh, I think you got them.
Survived through the winter time. I think the winter will take them out. So. But I did have one when I first moved up here, and I found one, and
I'm looking.
it was in the garage. Of course, you know a spider web that's made by a Black Widow, man. Those webs crackle. They're pretty damn strong. So that's always been a pretty good indication if there's a Black Widow around. If you haven't seen one, and you run into one of these spider webs that are really crackly and strong, and you go right through them. You realize that's probably a Black Widow's nest, so, or spider web. Yeah, that's where I would go. But yeah, I haven't had problems since the initial time, so. Alright, let me keep it rolling. I hope you guys copy. Say, John, hopefully you're copying some of this, and hopefully you didn't have to go on, upper sideband or lower sideband to hear me. N9AMI, good hearing you guys tonight. Joe, what's your AMI number? What did you end up for an AMI number? You'll have to mention that because it is Jamboree weekend.
That's right.
So, and 73 loves the others, and Jeff's listening. Jeff, I'm hearing you 100%, by the way. I don't know if you're hearing me now. Jeff might not be hearing me now, but I was hearing him 100% here. Good copy. He obviously not as strong as the guys up here in the Northwest, but certainly 100% copy from Jeff on the transmitter there. So, over to you, John, N9AMI, and the group W6GY/PW.
All right, W6GY and 9AMI. 1488's the number. There you go. Yeah, you're actually, and I'm going to say, I'm not joking around. If you listen to the streaming feed, you're strapping in on 25 watts. So no problem, man. No upper sideband, nothing like that. You're fine. So I don't know. We'll just call it conditions improved. But yeah, I like it. I like it. So, and Joe, you're fine too. No problem. I'm always hearing you. There's a little fading here and there, and probably because I've got the vertical going. But and I had you guys on 8 filter, but I went down back to 3 on the SP600 just because, that's 6. It sounds, to my ears, it sounds the best. You don't get all that schlinky, hissy stuff, especially when there's a little bit of fading. So anyway, yeah, Black Widows. For some reason, this year has been the worst. I don't know why, because maybe last winter was so wet. I don't know if that's an excuse or not, but I've never seen. I've never killed so many Black Widows. I've probably killed 12, 15 Black Widows in the last month or so. 2 months maybe. Mostly in the garage. But I walk in here one day, I open the door, and I look to the corner. I've seen a spider there, here or there before over the years, but there's 2 friggin' black widows on the wall. What the heck is going on? So I'm looking, man. I smashed those sons of guns. Yeah, don't like the black widows. I got bit by one once. I think one of the dogs somehow brought them in the house. And, man, that sucked. That sucked. Those, and they brought red ants in too, I think. I've had a couple red ants, and they bite multiple times. That's not fun either. So, yeah, not a fan. Black widows, rattlesnakes. I've capped a bunch of those here. And, yeah. I'm always, like, if I shoot one, I'll send a picture to the XYL. She always enjoys that. She's listening, by the way. She's listening on the stream. I was going to shut the stream down because we've been going close to 2 hours, but I'm going to let it run for a little while longer so you guys can, make commentary. I'm sure Joe's just running something up right now. Anyway. All right, and anybody else is welcome to drop in here. It's not a closed net or anything like that. It's not a net at all. Just a bunch of jamokas from the Midwest and back east shooting the breeze. All right, Joey, back over to you. KA1BWO N9AMI.
Where's that back in?
Go ahead, bridge station.
Who the hell was that? I think that was Jeff.
Yeah, Jeff. Go ahead, take it, Jeff.
Okay. Well, actually, I kind of went down and checked out 3870 to see, thinking, maybe I can stir up some of the local guys or regular guys over here in this area.
Nobody's there.
But pretty heavy sideband down underneath, which I guess has been that way for a while. I didn't really pay attention where they were from, but pretty big signals. And
Texas, maybe?
seems to be a group, so I'm not going to jump on top of them. I should, but I won't. And I went inside to see what the wife was up to, and she seems to be very involved with After the 90 Days.
Oh, no.
She likes those shows. Thank God she stopped watching the Kardashians, though. For the longest time, she was watching the Kardashians. Oh my God,
man.
It drove me crazy. I just couldn't understand why she wanted to watch the example of the absolute worst thing a woman could be. I told her, don't get any ideas. Don't let any of that crap rub off.
That's funny.
So she's at least wandered away from the Kardashians. So I can live with the After the 90 Days thing, I guess.
I've watched it.
Well, let me see here.
Oh.
Little teeny weeny change in things, but overall not too bad. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to say that this is a good tube. I brought it up, burned it in, let it go slow, ran it in low power. I've run it on 3 different bands, and all the readings seem to fall just about exactly the same for making the same amount of power on all the bands, and I don't see anything drifting off, or anything like that. So a few more tests and a few more observations and all that. The tube looks really good. No bluey glow or any of that stuff. So I think at least one tube has come pretty close to at least being able to say that it's probably an okay tube. And I'm not driving it that hard right now either. The 5500s like to get a lot of drive, but right now I'm trying to be conservative with it while testing. But yeah, that'll be good. I think I'm going to have to call this one a good one and move on to the next one, because I have 8 to test. And I'm hoping there'll be a set of 4 that can be had and get it over there to Wayne, W6IRD, so that he can have some known tubes in his transmitter, and then I can test the ones that are in his. Or something along those lines, anyway. So I guess it was going over to you, Joe, so go ahead and pick it up. I'm not sure who else is in there. I just got back. But keep it going, and I'll make a note on who it is before it gets back to me. This is KK6IRZ.
Yeah, okay, Jeff, very good. Yeah. 100%. You see me still in there, no problem. So far, so good. Dan hasn't cracked out. And just carry it forward. Keeps on creeping up. Let's see how that's doing. That's better. Hello. Hey, good to see you back in here, Jeff. Well, where are you in Idaho? They said northern Idaho, but
No,
you're from Idaho, maybe?
he's in California, dude.
Kardashians, wow. Well, you're gonna see that. That's some serious stuff. Then Maury Povich. That kind of stuff.
Maury Povich.
But, yeah, temperature here, it's like, I don't know, 26 degrees out, 25 degrees, something like that. So it's cooling off a little bit. So I get the heater on in here, and come out here, it's probably 45 degrees. And okay, the 3500s, yeah. Yeah, the 3500. You know, I got one, got a couple of them, a little
That was a
got one
5500.
at the filament. This intermittent connection on one of the pins for the filament. So I think what I'll do with that is to very carefully try to resolder it or see if that'll fix it. I don't know. I got another one that's gassy. So I'm going to try the trick where run it, the high voltage, it was usually a high voltage supply, but not really. You turn the thing down with a variac at about, I don't know, enough plate voltage with it, bias the thing with just enough plate voltage to have that thing show color at some low voltage, 300 volts or whatever, and let the plates dissipate some heat, see if it burns up the gas, and see if anything is wrong with that. It's like brand new. The tube is a brand new iMac. I got it at the hand for $5. But yeah, just you got your test bed over there, probably amplifier for the 3500s. Yeah, they're good. I mean, they last a long time. I think only one other one I had a problem was that I had a short from the cathode to control grid, but yeah, there's not much you can do about that. But I guess it happens. It happens with them. So that's good. Well, 15 Black Widows in the last 2 months. I'll be rolling up and up. Yeah, you know, we have these harvest pants, I think that's what they call them. Remember when I first moved here, I was working on the truck or a car or something out in the driveway. Well, actually on the side of the driveway where it's grass. So I'm laying in there doing stuff, next thing I know, holy crap, I'm getting bit. And this thing, it's it's like a double bite or something. I don't know what they do. They clamp onto you, and come to find out, I'm allergic to it. It makes me sick. It makes me sick for a couple days after I get a bite from them. So, well, they had a nest right nearby, and this has happened in the past too. In other places, they're all over the property, these big nests. So they're anywhere near where I got to do stuff. I give them the treatment. I get a funnel, stick it in their hole, and fill it with gas. And then I let them fry for a while, and they seem to go away after that. But yeah, I used to have this thing back east. It's called alcohol. Some chemical that you put that in there, and those things, they're dead to the end of time. It just kills them, but you can't buy it anymore. You know, it must be toxic to the humans and to the environment or whatever. But that stuff worked really good. But I generally leave them alone. Leave them alone. They're not field out here. There's 3 or 4 nests out there. One over here, not too far from the garage. But it's not a bother. But man, I can't believe this thing's fire. I'm sure it's nothing like one of those fire ants, but I just wonder what it was. It's like a burning sensation. Well, I don't know if you guys know what it is. And rattlesnakes. I haven't seen any rattlesnakes, but I know they're here. Everybody tells me people live around here. So, yeah, they're up in them there mountains. That's where they are. So I said, yeah, that's good. I'm not going up in them there mountains. Well, we got something that looks like a rat. I think it's called a blow snake or something. It looks similar to a rattlesnake, but there was a little excitement going on. But the cats, these feral cats are up there playing with the thing, and they killed it. So of course, looked like no, it wasn't a rattlesnake, but I wasn't taking any chances with that thing. So, yeah, Gary, your signal strength is as strong as you were before.
Yeah.
To switch rigs.
Yeah.
It's like 20, 25 over. But the problem is the 7300 just doesn't have the modulation peaks. Well, positive modulation like the other rig you're running. It's not as loud. But if I remember when I measured the 7300, it was like it only can make like 60% positive. I think that was about it, maybe a little bit more than 60%, so it's any problem with it. And it's that AGC circuit. It will downward modulate or negative carry at dB. You modulate it and the whole envelope just shrinks and you look on the scope. But it is what it is. I mean, I'm not crying about it or complaining about it. It is what it is. It works well on sideband. I know that. It sounds pretty decent on sideband, but AM, it's just lacking in modulation percentage. That's a positive modulation. So, yeah, you figure out what it is. And those oil caps, they're supposed to last, they last forever, but yeah, I know, now you say it's 70 years, I'm saying, oh my word, is this stuff really that old?
Yeah.
I don't want to get that old, but I'll tell you, it's not for the weak-hearted, getting old. Always something going on, but yeah, I know I got about 10 years on you guys. Well, I'm just warning you up front.
More than that.
Really up front. I'm not calling it staggering down. No, jumping in the crowd and throwing you around. You can't do it anymore. Sorry. W6, no, who's it go to? Who's it go to? Yeah, I guess the rotation Scott.
It was Gary.
Yeah, I think it was back to his I only read you online. Because you had problems with that transfer. I got
Tim.
Very good, Joe. Good comments. I have just a really good one. They're like microscopic ants.
Argentinian ants.
I don't have any large ants over here. I have these really tiny ants and they just I get them in the driveway and occasionally I'll take them out if they get too numerous. I'll take them out. So that's the only comments I got. Let me keep it rolling. You're thinking 35 over. No preamp on. You're 35 over. John, I think you're 25 over. And Jeff is about 20 over. 20 over at 9. And P7 is probably about 15 over. I think that's what it's at right now. So if you hear me, I'll send it over to V7XJ. Let's get into it. And if you don't have to, I'll let
Back east.
you or John
Signals.
and we'll relay to him. So I'll keep going, keep it rolling here. So V7XJ, in the group, W61, you'll send it over to John, N9AMI.
Very good, Tony. Boy, excellent. I have some feedback on the microphone here. When I broke in, I couldn't figure out where it was coming from, but I left my stereo on and the signal was getting in there, so apologies for the squealing when I broke in. Very good evening to you, Gary, and to John, and the K1 station. I just caught the tail end of your transmission. I heard the calls, and I just had to come jump in here and say hello. I haven't been on the air for a long time. I had a big wind come up and just bend and take down all my antennas. About 6 months ago, so I've been just operating on a remote panel here and there, so apologies for not getting on the air much. Hopefully everything sounds good.
Yeah.
Using the BC610 Model H, and I'm using
Same thing.
ribbon microphone here, and I think, I don't know, I want to get a different preamp for this thing. I'm just putting it through a mixing board right now, and I think it just blows it up. So I gotta get something more balanced for this. In just 1 second here, I'm gonna switch microphones. Okay. I'm on the Shure microphone now, so hopefully that sounds a little better. Might let me know. Anyways, I'm not going to hold it long. I just wanted to say hello. You guys are getting in here. John had a very good signal. Gary, you're not overly strong. I'm not too sure what you said you wanted for power, but it's doing the trick, but you're not as strong as the other two guys there. So, oh, Gary, I just want to let you know too. Dad, a V6 Golf Yankee, V6PY, who I know you've talked to a few times, Ernie, he passed away a couple weeks ago here, so he had a long battle with a heart condition, and about 2 weeks ago he passed away, so I just wanted to let you know on that, Gary. I know you guys have talked a few times. So anyways, over to you here, John. N9AMI, V6XJ.
V6XJ, N9AMI. Well, long time no talk, and good to hear from you, bud. Good to hear from you. I'm glad you got on, even if you're sticking around short time. It's almost 9 p.m. here, Pacific. And usually the sideband guys come on and just tear it up, so good timing. This is probably going to shut things down here. But I don't know if we missed Jeff or not. But Jeff, I don't know if we missed you or not. I don't remember now. But anyways, I'm about spent for the evening myself. But good to hear from you, dude. for sure. And your 610 sounds good. The difference in microphones, I think the ribbon mic was a little bit more, well, I don't want to say wider, but a little more, you know, broadcast-ish feel, a little more sibilance here and there, but good, not bad sibilance. And the Shure is definitely fine. There's no problem with it. I think it's kind of, you know, the 610 kind of limits you on what you can do. Because I had this Ranger worked up with a EQ for a while, and I don't know. A lot of people don't even give you proper reports of what you want to hear, but so I just went to the this electric modified D104 because I hate crystal elements in the D104s. I don't like them. So I modified this one with one little electric mic, and I think it does fine. So I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'm not going to mess with anything else on the 610. But good deal. Well, I hope to hear from you a little bit more when you have time. I'm sure you got an antenna back up. Sorry about the windstorm and all that. But I figured, you know, well, you'd be coming back in because wintertime conditions and stuff. So I figured you'd chime in at some point. And by the way, you're on the YouTube channel, which I think you know about. I'm streaming live, which I'm going to shut down here right after my transmission because it's been going for a couple hours. So anyways, let's see. Jeff, I don't know if we skipped you or not. I'm going to pass it to Joe, and that's Joe who's in there, Tim. KA1BWO. I know you know Joe. So let me pass it to KA1BWO, and Jeff, you can spank me if we skipped you or something. I'm not sure, you were kind of in and out. So anyways, I'll just leave it at that. KA1BWO, N9AMI. I'm going to shut the camera down too.
Yeah, it looks like the side gainers are starting to come in. We'll catch you later on. Good night.
Oh, I made a wreck of that. They're both talking. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. I'll do some other stuff tomorrow and tomorrow night. So keep an eye on the channel. AMI Jamboree. Get on the air, have some fun, and follow me on Wavelength Radio for all kinds of different nets and DIY crap and AM stuff. Talk to you later.